All right, boys and girls, please welcome Director of IIM Raipur, one of the top going IIMs, along with IIM Udaipur, Trichy, Ranchi, Raipur. Sir, sorry, they always ask me, sir, among the CAP, which is one of the best times, they always say your name along with them. But I'm going to ask you tough questions today. But before that, sir, welcome on board.
Thank you so much, and namaskar to each one of our friends out there. Most welcome, and thank you for inviting me, Sumit.
That's amazing. Boys and girls, please welcome भाई फटाफट welcome on the chat. आज बहुत ही amazing session रहेगा. Sir is a PhD from IIM Calcutta. Sir has spent sir nearly 15 years at XLRI as well.
Yeah, spent about 2 decades in XLRI Jamshedpur.
क्या बात है. So nearly 2 decades. This is so amazing. This is so amazing. Sir, tough question. IIM Kozhikode versus IIM Calcutta versus XLRI versus IIM Raipur. What's your take?
Fantastic question. I think each one's got their own USP. So I'd put it this way that if one were to go by legacy and pedigree any day, it essentially boils down to some of the institutes which have more of that. However, one needs to understand that young institutes have a lot of room to be dynamic and abandon the hierarchies and bureaucracies that are there with large organizations. So that's something which essentially is a fantastic USP for young organizations. And I guess that's something which is what possibly is an advantage for places like IIM Raipur, among others.
Superb, superb, superb. And sir, IIM Calcutta comes with a legacy, one of the oldest IIMs, and XLRI, one of the oldest business schools in the country. Calcutta और XLRI को तो आपस में काफी टिफ जाता है. I was in XLRI, we were talking about it. Director sir, George sir, he's your dear friend, Manish sir, Vishnu Ballabh sir, they've all been there, done that. Sir, what's about the IIM Calcutta versus XLRI ka rivalry? How long it comes from and how is it going right now?
It's a fairly long rivalry, and I've been part and parcel of both from XLRA and both from IIM Calcutta. I've participated from both the sides, and I can ensure that it's a fantastic one to be part of those games out there. I'd say when it comes to academics any day, I think IIM Calcutta takes a lead. However, when it comes to aspects related to HR, especially, I would say XLRI takes the lead.
Of course, of course. By the way, with his experience of around nearly 2 decades at XRI, sir has also launched online programs at IIM Raipur. We'll speak about them in a later half. Great, sir. Great. This is so amazing. Sir, first question first. These guys are going through their CAP interviews and they're all going through their interviews of IIM Raipur, the CAP process, and also a couple of IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, XLRI, all these top colleges. They're going on right now. What do you think as a director when you're sitting across the table? I'm sure, sir, you've taken admissions, you've helped students to get in all these institutions. तो सर क्या देखते हैं आप इनको थोड़ा चीट शीट बता दीजिए ये ऑलरेडी आ गया टिप्स बताइए आई एम कोई कोड के लिए या अनामिका will speak about that, but sir, what do you or your peers in all these great institutions look into?
First and foremost, we look into the integrity of the person. Is the person being honest or not? So, guys, in case you do not know, better be honest about it. Or you can be honest by being saying, can I give a try? That's far more superior than kind of trying to tell some lies out there. Second, your ability to connect practice to theory is the most important thing. Most of us essentially who give CAT are extremely good in theory, especially those who've given up 1 year, 2 years, 3 years for preparing for CAT and have been repeatedly doing. But the point is, what essentially you cannot apply in practice doesn't really get valorized in MBA schools. And that's something which I think you need to be very, very clearly bringing it out during conversations. Using very simple facts, which essentially you come across as daily applications in life. If you've not had industry experience, at least we put it this way. Third, I think trying to bring something which is unique about yourself rather than trying to say I was a CR of so and so competition or I was part of so and so, let's say, conference, etc., which most of your engineering college and other guys kind of keep doing. Bring something which is very unique about yourself. Don't say aspects of what I call as me too, me too, me too. The more original you are, the more you are to the fact, the more you are able to share your experiences in an honest fashion, the higher are your chances that are there. And last but not the least, the more you are able to showcase that you have ability to bring in intellectual capital as and when it is needed, I'm sure that essentially will be the trigger point out there. That is ability to, let's say, up the ante or go a little further the moment someone asks you a tougher question or an intellectual question. For example, in a game of chess, I play this. How do you play this? If you are able to answer something on those lines, I think nobody is going to say no to you.
Yeah, this is so amazing. So if a conversation is going on around some of the topics which a professor is asking, if you can push him beyond with your expertise, that's the way. That's the way forward. So amazing, sir. So amazing, sir. One quick question. Nowadays, these guys collect all the certifications. कुछ लोग online कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग offline कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग blockchain करते हैं, कुछ लोग NCFM certifications करते हैं. You see all these in the CVs. आजकल Coursera बहुत बड़ा हो चुका है. A lot of online MBAs are also coming in. I know you have also launched an online HR Pro course. Does this online thing actually help in their resume? Number one question, in their interviews, and later on in life, if they're not able to, crack CAT, JATs of the world, I'm Ahmedabad, your friend Bhaskar sir, who was the ex-director from you, he's launched a 2-year full-time program at an IIM Ahmedabad, which is completely online. So, my two questions, sir. First is, certifications help before doing a full-time offline MBA? And secondly, full time अगर MBA करते हैं online, is it going to be helpful?
Okay, these are very two different segments. First and foremost, online certifications do the help. So in that sense, I'll very quickly ensure and summarize that, look, they do help. However, please understand that what matters is depth, not the number of certifications. And in that sense, even if you are doing a certification, you should be able to answer a few things which are relevant to that particular certification. If you do not have that, better not showcase that particular certification. It is important to kind of not talk generally, and it is better to showcase depth rather than width. That's something which is highly valorized. If you can, even my points above essentially indirectly say so. Regarding the 2-year MBA program which you're mentioning about, whether it is IIM Raipur's HR program, Executive MBA HR program, or IIM Ahmedabad or any other place, I'd put it this way that, look, these are all very great places to go ahead with and do your MBA program. However, please understand that these are not places to go ahead and do an MBA if you are looking for a new career. These are great when if you are looking at a career, you can say jump, or let's say anchoring yourself in a certain domain. And in that sense, these are very good spaces to go ahead and enjoy this thing, because these are not strictly speaking online, they are hybrid courses. So there will be definitely a fair amount of, let's say, 80 to 90%, 80 to 85%, which will be essentially online. But there will be that essential, important, and anchoring 15 to 20%, which essentially will be offline. So that really helps in making it a very wonderful, memorable program out there. So what I am trying to say is, while there are regular flagship, what I call as the programs that are there, which are there, but there are also these new age 2-year online MBA programs for people with certain work experience who have, you can say, have that, you can say, who have already anchored themselves to certain work life out there. I think which also is a very meaningful thing if you are looking at career anchoring and career jump.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Great, sir. This is really helpful. Sir, my next question is around what are the things? Let's talk a little bit about the HR. Bhai, anybody wants to pursue their MBA in HR? Sir, आज बहुत ही शांति है chat के अंदर. Let me just quickly check. Boys and girls, are you guys listening? Yes or no? Are you guys listening? Yes or no? On the chat, yes, 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 yes. Okay, they're all active. Okay, they're all active. Okay, great, great. Okay, they're all active. Superb. Okay, thanks. Definitely great. Sir, what are the prospects in the HR when we talk about the HR as a career? And I know you have been a finance guy throughout your life, but I personally feel the importance of HR right now when I'm running my own company. And I think one skill which I could not learn during my MBA, I would not like to push it on the professors, but I would like to put in the peers who told me like, यार MBA in marketing करना तो marketing सीखो, finance मत सीखो, और finance करना तो finance सीखो, HR मत सीखो. And HR and OB are one thing which actually are backbone of any organization. What's your take on that?
Right. Look, most of the skills which are related to analytics are getting automated or getting, in some sense, you can say anchored using technology wherein things are automated using AI, ML, etc., etc. For example, the erstwhile job space for equity analyst has got narrowed down simply because loads people are expecting that AI, ML might replace some of the anchorings that are there. But one thing which one can understand and appreciate is scope of HR is only going to increase. It's going to increase, and apart from going to increase, it is also going to become, you can say, take a larger space. Why? For example, multicultural appreciation. Second, multilinguistic approach. Third, conflict and negotiation. Fourth, dealing with gig workers. Fifth, clinical psychology. Dealing with, you can say, addictive workers such as gaming apps and all those aspects that are there. You would agree no machine as on date has essentially found a medicine for many of these things out there. And this is one space which is only going to grow, especially as the social media and the digital transformation keeps taking shape further and further. Now, the point I'm indirectly trying to say is that while other spaces do have their own set of prospects that are there, being a chemical engineer and having spent nearly 10 to 15 years in the area of finance and then moved towards what I call as HR, public administration, leadership, and other aspects that are there over the next 15 years. I can only say that if I were to get one more Janma, I'd prefer doing a PhD in HR because that's a space which essentially there is a lot to learn, there is a lot to implement, and there is most of the CEOs, if you observe, they do have a background of certain HR, or at least they have an implicit appreciation of HR. Otherwise, you won't be able to be at the top.
Yeah, but sir, do you mean it? Like if you're one more Janma, you'll do a PhD in HR. Are you serious?
I'd love that, and you can be assured. It's not an issue.
सर इनको बस एक बात बता दो, ये मुझे भी सर लेट समझ आई, मतलब आई विश आई कुड हैव आई स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम विद गुरुनाथन सर वे बैक इन XLRI एंड Munish Thakur sir who lived their life around not exactly HR but OB and all strategy stuff. But yeah, that's so true. तो भाई आपकी लर्निंग ये है, किसी भी कॉलेज ज्वाइन करो, अगर आप IIM रायपुर ज्वाइन कर रहे हो या XLRI ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, टिस्ट ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, तो HR सब्जेक्ट को अच्छे से पढ़ लेगा. सर आई नो यूर बिजी गाय, बट सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द डे. Sir, we want to make them like experienced leaders. We want to make them the best of the leaders, going beyond placements. I want them to excel in their life. You've trained so many students in all the various institutions, whether it's XLRI Jamshedpur or during your time at IIM Calcutta and now at Raipur as well. Sir, क्या लगता है आपको कि what makes the best out of these leaders? They're all 21, 22, maximum 25 years of age. क्या रहेगा आपको इनको ज्ञान देने के लिए सर?
I think ability to embrace and accept failures is the most important thing. Enjoy the, you can say, process of having failures. With the young generation, I feel that in some sense they are slightly, I'm sorry guys in case I'm hurting you, but don't be so myopic. Embrace failures, and I'm sure the returns can be humongous. You won't believe it, but humongous. In other words, don't hesitate to ask questions in case you think even if you are wrong out there. Because many a times I feel young generation in some sense gets does not kind of open up. So embrace failures, avoid being myopic. Returns can be humongous, and don't stop asking questions. Please ask. The more you ask, the more you will learn, and whether it is with yourself or with others around. Especially, please ask questions with yourself.
That's so amazing, sir. I'm deeply impressed by the work you're doing, sir. By the way, he's also board member of IIMS Raipur and multiple other organizations, and been there, done that, sir. Thank you so much for joining in, sir. One last parting thoughts, a tough question to you, sir, which your admissions committee asked me when I was talking to the students. Sir, ये रायपुर versus उदयपुर बहुत होता है. Sir, and being the best, I know Pawan Kumar Singh at Trichy is also doing really good. Your friends Mahadev Jaiswal at IIM Sambalpur is also doing good. Bhimrai Maitri, been there, done that. One of the purvas in the industry at IIM Nagpur is doing good. What's your 2 cents on IIM Raipur, sir? कैसा कर रहा है school और once they joining the school, are they in safe hands? कुछ question आते हैं इनके मन के अंदर when they call them the new IIMs and the baby IIMs. What's your take on that, sir?
I guess it's for guys to come and experience it, but I can only say that magic is happening at IIM Raipur, and you guys are most welcome to experience the magic. And you can be assured of a fantastic experience.
क्या बात है, sir? क्या बात है? There's so many. All right, boys and girls, say a big thank you to sir for spending time with us today evening. Director of IIM Raipur with us. Sir, really humbled. They're all saying thank you to you in the chat. And sir, I'll get on the call with you. And all the best for the new things what you're putting up right now at Raipur. And we'll get you again and again before these guys join the business school.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining in. Take care, sir. Have a good day.